Yo, what's good, my friend? Welcome back to the JGaines podcast show. Dun, dun, dun. Glad to have you guys here today, man. You know, I'm glad to be here today. Shit, guess what, y'all? First thing first, I'm gonna call myself out on my own fuck ups. So y'all know I said every Thursday I wanted to drop a podcast. I said I was when I didn't say I wanted to. I said I was, right? Damn, I need some water already. Shit. And I did not drop a podcast this Thursday. I was at home chilling. Then I went to go do Uber. Then I was driving. I was like, damn, it hit me. I forgot to do that podcast. And then, you know, it's going to be procrastinating on me. Oh, I'm going to do it when I get home later on. I'm going to do it. And then I came home. I was like, all right, let me set this stuff up real quick. And now I looked, I was like, you know, I'm tired. I don't want to sound too sluggish. I don't want them thinking I'm tired out there or anything. I'll do it tomorrow. AKA, I was just giving myself bullshit, feeding myself bullshit. So now I was like, all right, enough bullshitting, Justin. When are you going to do this fucking podcast? And I told myself, you know what? We're going to do this shit Sunday. Because you know what? Lately, I've been trying to make my Sundays based around, honestly, doing nothing but doing something in a way. So on a typical day, I'm actually on a schedule, my own schedule. I wake up in the morning, edit vlogs, go kick it outside, go eat, kick with people, do what I gotta do or whatever. And I Uber. Then I come home, sleep, chill, read, go on YouTube, and do the same shit the next day, honestly. And I feel that, you know, at least one day out the week, I need to just sit at home and do nothing or go outside, whatever. Just do nothing. Have like no schedule, have no plan. I mean, of course, I'm going to edit my vlog, but that's an everyday thing. But, you know, not so thirsty to get up and go Uber or, oh, let me hurry and go do this. Today, I just like, you know what? I'm chilling. And I think my Sundays is going to be based around that. And that's the exact reason why I'm recording this podcast today. I feel like a lot chill. I've been doing Uber like every single day since I came up from Detroit, y'all. And oh, yeah. Obviously, y'all know last week I went to Detroit to do my live podcast. Okay, y'all. Great trip. Shout to, Great trip. Shout out to Lemon Pine Drop. Shout out to Mixed Productions, all of them, man. It was dope experience. You know, I'm glad they actually are out of the state now, because I remember their first ever event is when I had my live podcast. And their first event was at a house, and then they went to another house, but it was outside in the way it was set up like a nice little nightlife scenic view. And then they went to a mansion. Then they went to Chicago's Chicken and Waffles, and then they going out of state to Detroit. So first thing first, shout out to them, y'all, because that's hustling. That's showing that, hey, we want to create a brand and build it. You know what I mean? I really salute them to that. I look up to them on that shit because, you know, people always say they want to start something, but don't push it into action. And that's cool, because I'm one of those people. I do that shit sometimes too, but man, it's good to see people actually do that. So I enjoyed myself there watching the event and everything. But unfortunately, I wasn't able to get podcasting, y'all, because let me drink the water first. Hold on. If I keep on coughing, I know y'all hate that damn sound, 'cause I do. Shout out to, I'm not shouting them out. Give me a sponsor. Some water bottle company out there. I need a sponsor. Hit me up. Okay, so back what I was saying. So when I got to the venue, right, he's like, all right, you can sub in the back. I was like, cool. I was talking to people, hey, saying what's up, everybody, walk in the back. And then I was like, damn, the back was like right behind the concert where the stage at. So all the noise and all the vocals you heard from the stage and from the people performing, it crossed over to the other room. And obviously I'm using these microphones. These microphones is picking that up. So you hear rah, 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 and then me talking like this, rah, 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 rah. And that's how you heard. I was like, oh, damn. I'm not going to be able to do the fucking podcast. I told him, I'm sorry, bro, man. Let's pick up that sound, man. I tried to close the door. I tried to, you know, tune my shit a little bit. I was like, man, fuck, I'm not going to try. So I kicked it there for a minute, watched everybody perform, enjoy myself, man. But you know what the best thing I got from that trip is? I'm not even mad that I didn't do my podcast. I'm so happy that everything happened, though. For somebody to, hey, come to Detroit with us to put on for your podcast, that shit is awesome, man. And mind you, I started my podcast, you know, Lavish Journey, in my kitchen in Toledo, in my little apartment. I started my podcast show, and boom, I'm out here in Detroit with my podcast. And knowing I didn't record the podcast, this one guy came, he's like, yeah, I see you on Instagram, you post a lot of interviews. And I was like, yeah, I do. That made me feel so good, man. See, and that's why I learned, man. I really do things in life for the experience and travel for experience and do this anything for experience, because when I used to have expectations, I still have expectations on many things, but I cut back on that. And I had no expectations of this trip. My only expectation was to, hey, I'm 27. I'm going to be in another state, another city. I have my brand with me. I have a reputation behind me. Let's go kick it. Whatever happens, happens. And I enjoyed myself, y'all. I went around Detroit, Went to Somerset Mall, had some pizza, had a Philly cheesesteak from some place called the Lighthouse. Really good time, man. And I had a lot of self-reflection on the way back home, y'all, because, you know, driving from Detroit, you're going past Toledo. And Toledo, anybody out there listening, that's my old alumni, University of Toledo and Mercy College of Ohio and Owen State Community College. Those are my alumni, and I just drove past and just looked over because I've been to Toledo ever since I graduated. And I just drove past, looked over, it's like, wow. I actually accomplished that part of my life. Like, I know I talk about Toledo a lot because that was like really a monumental part of my life I accomplished, and it gave me the confidence to do everything I'm doing today. And I drove past feeling good, man. But I noticed one thing when I drove past again, drive back home, I started to feel that same feeling when so every time I would come home to Cleveland for like a vacation, Thanksgiving, you know, just kick with friends for the weekend, I'd be excited. And then once I go back to Toledo, I used to get like this mood, this time to get into beast mode, like this real just you know, because I was in that beast mode. I was determined to get this degree. And as I was driving back home, I drove past Toledo on the way back to Cleveland. I felt that feeling, but coming towards Cleveland, like, trying to get the fuck back on the grind. And it hit me like, whoa, I'm on another chapter right now. I mean, I knew this, but that reality hit me like, whoa, I'm on a whole nother chapter right now. Wow. It's like, although it's two different paths, it's still two different chapters at the same time, because in Toledo, you know, my goal was to get my degrees. I got all that shit. Now I'm in Cleveland. My goal was to honestly create my own path. You know what I mean? And I'm able to admit at times I'm confused with what I want to do with life, but I'm just doing. You know, that's my big thing right now. I get money, to pay bills, to rack up, to be free, to go out the country like I'm trying to do. But my goal right now is to just be. You know what I mean? And I realized that on the way here. Like, wow, I'm on a whole new journey right now, but I'm also confused at the same time. But I also know I want to do it at the same time. I don't know if anybody else out there goes through that, but me, I go through that all the time. It feels like 90% of my life, my eyes are closed and I open them every 10 seconds. You know what I mean? I could barely see anything, but that keeps me focused. It feels like I have tunnel vision. I'm only focused on this one vision, and all this shit's on the side of me sometime. But I'm like, I need to get to that vision. I need to get to it. And I'm going to it right now. In fact, I'm going to it. Then sometimes I look on the side like, okay, I see where I'm at. I don't know, y'all. That's just something shit I've been going through for real. And it actually motivated me, inspired me. Like, man, keep it going. You know what I mean? That shows that I'm not stagnant. I'm not just, hey, I'm just here. I'm actually doing something. I'm building myself and building a brand. Although I'm not here making, you know, thousands of dollars off it. Oh, you got a lot of money. Yeah. It's still the fact that, you know, I'm doing something that makes me happy. I'm doing something that's helping me travel. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, I always say my big time goal, y'all, beyond anything I ever want to do every day in life, is to travel for a living. And I'm not saying, for work. I'm like, no, if I want to go to Amsterdam tomorrow, go out there and I can also vlog or network, do a podcast, get money from doing that. Not just, I'm going out there to work to do this. No, I really want to go out there and travel for a living. Like, really, I know that sounds wild, but I really believe I'm going to pull that off. And that's why I'm doing this backpacking trip. Although I'm not getting paid for that either, it's that experience, man. I'm getting myself ready to really live that life that I'm traveling for a living, months at a time, weeks at a time, whatever, and enjoying life and doing what I love to do. That's why right now I'm just going through a stage of life. I'm just doing different shit. I'm creating. I didn't want to be tied down to a job because I felt personally, you can't just say, hey, job, I don't want to come in today. You can say that, but guess what? After a few times, they don't get rid of your ass. And I was like, no, everybody's different though. Everybody has their own paths. I'm speaking for me. And yeah, that's the journey I'm on right now, yo. I'm just on the journey of just, you know, going and seeing where everything goes to, you know what I mean? Have good intentions, everything, of course. And also in this podcast, I'm going to intertwine marketing as well, man. You know what? When it comes to building brands, you know, a podcast, whatever you're doing out there, when it comes to just building something on social media and on YouTube, you got to post every single day. I cannot stress this enough, y'all. Like, people always ask me, like, how do you grow an audience? How do you do this? How you do this? First thing first, just start. So I'm going to break it down from the simplest way ever. YouTube channel, for instance. A lot of people always say they want to start YouTube channels and never do. And that always disappoints me. You know what I mean? It's like, get your phone, pick it up and record. You know what I mean? Of course, you have an idea what you want to do. Do you want to do daily vlogs? Do you want to do little funny videos? Do you want to do videos you can eat food? Do you want to do videos over a specific thing like basketball or hair or something? Find that and pick it up, record it, and talk about it. Your first hundreds of videos is going to be shitty. You know what I mean? But some people have dropped one video and went viral, and that's dope. But man, I look at it as life is just experience, man. You know, you just got to start. That's the big thing with YouTube, and just start. I know you're going to look at the views, but don't pay attention to the views too much. For instance, right now, I don't get a lot of views. I think the highest views I got on Lavish Journey was 1,000 views. And that was from the University of Toledo college life vlog. And I knew that was going to get a lot of views because I had a lot of people in it, you know what I mean? And it actually gave other people that's going to Toledo a kind of perception of how Toledo was going to be. So obviously that's going to be dope. But my own personal content has not yet hit 1,000 views. But I can say that I'm consistent with it, though. And I can say my content's getting better. So the first thing is doing is just starting. Just starting. I rambled off right there big time, y'all. And when it comes to marketing and networking and everything, now I'm getting better and better at this. Y'all know the secret? Don't tell nobody else. The secret is to post fucking content. Just to post something. People are like, what do I post? Like, if you're an artist, post your music. Post a picture of you. Hey, I'm at the studio today. People want to see what you're doing. You know what I mean? If you're trying to build a brand, a people brand, or any kind of brand that you have to deal with people, you have to promote it. Like, when I go out here and I look for new people to get on the podcast show, I'm out here searching, looking at profiles. You know, the first thing I look at, y'all, is their page, obviously. Your Instagram to business and marketing is your resume. Your Instagram is your resume. I look at, when was your last post, obviously. If it was 4 months ago, boom, I'm not taking you serious. I look at it as like, hey, you don't post shit, so you don't care about marketing yourself. And I also see how many posts they have. Like, for instance, it was this one person that hit me up years ago. It was like, yeah, I'm an artist. I was like, okay, cool. Looked at his page. I saw no music, no nothing to link in bio, just pictures. I'm like, well, if you're an artist, where's your content at? You know what I mean? And me personally, I'm gonna be real, y'all. I take my shit serious. I want somebody to take their shit serious, so I'm interviewing. And that's why all the people that have been on Lavish Journey are real people. They really do their shit. You know what I mean? You guys can search up everybody on there, and they're doing what they say in their interviews. You know what I mean? They're either artist, entrepreneur, esthetician, fashion designer. And, you know, that it all comes to marketing. You know what I mean? That's all I got to say. For instance, I post every single day on my JGaines page and my Lavish Journey page. My Lavish Journey page, I've been posting every single day since July. My JGaines page, I've posted every day since September. What I can tell you about my Lavish Journey page is that it's found its niche. People follow that page. And I only have 500 followers on there, right? But those 500 followers are more active than my 3,300 on my personal Instagram, y'all. So listen, that's what I'm trying to tell y'all. It don't matter about the number when it comes to marketing or views and all that. It does not matter. My little 500 is better than my 3,000 on my JGaines personal page. Ain't that crazy? So when you're trying to build a brand to put out content, what we're trying to do, you just got to make sure you put shit out and keep it going. Because at first they're not going to see it, but eventually they're going to see it so much like, okay, either they're going to like it or they're not going to like it. I always remember that too. Everybody's not going to like your shit. And I had to understand at an early phase of this shit. Everybody's not gonna like your content, but the ones that do, you know, keep putting it out for them. You know, even if it's only 3 fans, keep putting it out for those 3 fans, and it may spread to somebody else, or they may tell their friends they got 4 fans, then you got 5. I don't like to say fans, but family. And then before you know it, boom, you got a whole, you know, fucking tree of people, man. But that's my personal, you know, just experience from it, man. I can tell y'all a story how I got started with marketing. Like I say, my first interview podcast with Boom the Bomb, you know, I made a clip of him. I posted on Instagram. He posted his Instagram. Other people seen it. They hit me up. And then, boom, you know, people just hit me up because they saw that piece of content. Now, if I just record a podcast and post on YouTube and say, hey, podcast link in bio, I mean, of course, some people would have looked at it, but not as many people would have seen it because a lot of people's eyes are on social media. So that's where you need to post that, you know, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, post on there because people are consumed by social media because in 2019, besides us kicking in person, that's how we link up people. Hey, what's your Instagram? Hey, what's your Facebook? Hey, I'm going to message you. It's no more, hey, I'm going to call you. It's, hey, I'm going to text you, call you, Instagram, Facebook, all that stuff. So that's where you have to post, hey, y'all. When it comes to like social media marketing, you have to post, you know. What to post? Like today, I posted a picture of me washing my fucking face. And guess what, y'all? It already got like 100-something views. And I'm starting to notice that social media as well too. Don't make it too complex because sometimes I post some videos like this of me talking in this deep level. And unfortunately, everybody's not able to grasp that. You know what I mean? And that's kind of my fault because my Instagram is not really custom around me. It is custom around me, what I post, but my followers, for instance, I mindlessly just follow people years and years and years. So a lot of people in there, we really don't have the same energy. I've been following a lot of people, but I got like 3,000 people on there. So, You know, one thing I'm gonna have to do one day is probably just start a whole new personal Instagram and get a lot of like-minded people. I want to be real, but fuck that bullshit. I still post every day, and the people that fuck with me, they watch it, they view it. You know what I mean? That's the best thing about it, man. And that's the only thing I can say about, you know, social media marketing for real. And when it comes to networking, of course, you know, DM people, man. You gotta DM people. Every time I network, man, and see, hey, how you doing? I like who you do. My name is JGaines. I have a podcast show, Lavish Journey. I'd love to feature you as a special guest to talk about blah, 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 blah. They say yes or they say no. You don't always say 90% of the time they say yes, because they look at my page and my post and see like, oh, this guy's really doing this shit. Oh, he has a lot of people on there. You know what I mean? Now imagine me messaging them and I got 5 posts up there and only 1 podcast clip. They not gonna take me serious. I want to take me serious either. You know what I mean? So you got to put out content out there. I'm sorry. I know a lot of people, they don't read, oh, I'm not a social media person. Man, fuck that. You want your brand to grow. You want everything to grow. You got to put the content out. You got to put the work in. You got to at least post. You know, and if you don't post every day, post every other day, post once a week. Just try to keep an audience, because I don't understand how you're going to try to sell something, or how you're going to promote your brand, or how you're going to get people to come to this event when you don't post shit. You know? And that's just my thing on social media marketing, and I can finally speak on it. I've been waiting for years to speak on this, but damn, I got passion right there, because I had to prove myself that this shit worked. I went from 100 to 500 followers in 4 months on Instagram on a Lavish Journey. Organic followers, none of that bullshit. None of my shit is paid for, y'all. When I first started my Instagram Lavish Journey, when I was like at 20 followers, I had like 10 ads. I had 10 clips and I paid for those 10. But ever since July hit, I went straight organic. I was like, you know what? I want to see what kind of natural views I can get from this audience rather than paying to get an audience to come look at my shit. Because paying, I get it, is good and all. But man, let's be real. I feel like it's a finesse in the long term, man. Because sometimes when people videos pop up on my feed, I just keep scrolling by it. I know I saw it, but I didn't engage with it. I know maybe some out there they do, but I don't know. I believe in hashtags, you know, the free way, getting shit organic, going out here doing footwork, talking to people, messaging people, networking with people that's doing what you're doing. I network with a lot of podcasters, man. Shout out to Colin's Conversations, shout out to Color Radio, shout out to Confidential Talk, and shout out to the Sweet Remedy Podcast. You see what I mean? I go out there and I network with them, you know what I mean? Add on a blogger too, he has a blog. And I get on their platforms, they get on mine. That's how we network, that's how we grow, and other people see that. Then we get to other podcasters and other this, you know what I mean? It's just, I can talk all day about this, y'all. I can ramble all day. You just got to put out content, market yourself. If you have a personal brand, post pictures of yourself, post a paragraph, let people know what you're up to. How's your day going? You know the shebang, no, y'all. But if I got rambled enough right now, you know what I mean? But best believe I'm going to be dropping another one of these this week, y'all. I'm not sure what the topic's going to be. It actually takes me a while to find topics. I know this one's going to be kind of hard to explain verbally, because it's my first time actually teaching like a subject, you know, like marketing, social media, you know, branding and building. So sorry this podcast is kind of scattered, but I try my best, you know what I mean? They're going to get better though, because I'm going to get better, you dig? And you're going to get better as well as we're going through this journey. But with that being said, I'm going to see y'all later. Peace, love, my family.